welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing Footprints Without Feet, Supplementary Reader in English for Class 10. We will now begin with our 8th chapter, Holy by K.A. Abbas. So, this story follows the journey of Suleka, a girl nicknamed as Bholi because of her simplicity, stammering, and pockmarked face. Growing up, she is neglected by her family and she is mocked by others and even considered as a burden by her own family. Her life begins to change when she is sent to school for the first time. So now let's go into the chapter. Section 1. Suleka is called as Bholi because of her simple nature. And she is considered as someone who is innocent or doesn't have that many qualities. Because of that, she is called that. And she is the youngest daughter of a prosperous farmer named Ramlal. So he has 6 other children with 3 sons and 4 daughters. So she is the youngest of them. But unlike her siblings, she grows up with disadvantages, like a brain injury from a fall, pockmarks on her face because of smallpox, and a stammer. Because of her appearance and speech problems, she is teased by the children and ignored by her family. Her parents focus on arranging marriages for their elder daughters, but worry about Boli's future since she is neither beautiful nor intelligent. When a girls' school is first opened in the village for the first time, the Tahsildar insists Ramlal he set an example by sending his daughters to the school. So reluctantly, the family decides that they only send Bholi to the school because this way there is a little hope for her marriage, because there is actually no hope for her marriage. So at least she can go for studies. So that is what they are thinking. So this moment becomes the first turning point in Boli's life. So let us go to the comprehension. So why is Boli's father worried about her? So why is the farmer worried about her? Lamlal is actually worried about her because she is neither good looking nor intelligent like his other children. So her scars, stammering, and her slow brain development, make him fear that no one will marry her. Because in villages, it is mean that if a girl is born, she has to get married. So studies is not that much important for a girl. So immediately if it is a girl who is born, then it is seen that she is beautiful or otherwise at least a little bit intelligent, so that she can take care of the household duties. So that is what mainly people in the villages used to see. So when taking Bholi's case, she is stammering first, then she has slow brain development. She is not able to do certain things. Next, she has a pock marks on her face, thus making her appearance much less than what her sisters are. So all these things start to worry him because she'll be unable to secure a groom for her. Next one, for what unusual reasons is Boli sent to school? So the reason Boli is sent to school is because they have opened a new school in the village. Till now there has been no school. So probably they have started a new one in the village. So since he is a representative of the revenue representative of the that village, Ramlal, so the Tahsildar says that he must set an example. So he must send his daughters to school. So out of his daughters, he plans to send someone. Since 2 of his daughters are already married, 2 are remaining, he thinks that both his wife and himself, they decide that they should send Boli instead. Why? Because they believe that she is unlikely to get married by her looks and her appearance and her speech impediment and other things. So sending her to school won't affect her prospects anyway. Like even if she is educated, the groom is already going to take such a big risk in marrying her that he won't consider education as another obstacle. So thus they send her to school simply because they think that she has nothing to lose anymore. We'll go to the next part. So what happens in the next part is Bholi is very terrified to go to school. And her father suddenly takes her to school and she associates leaving home with being discarded like an old cow. An old worn out cow is being discarded out from the house means it is definitely going for some slaughter or something like that. So she is feeling like that because she is very little, like 7 or 8 years old. So what happens is for the first time she is given clean clothes, bathed, groomed, and she is also scared at the same time. And which also makes her hopeful also because she is being pampered just for the day, or maybe after days also she'll be pampered. She doesn't know it yet. She can't understand that yet. So she is hopeful in that sense. And at school she is scared and overwhelmed, unable to speak without stammering, and other children are mocking at her, laughing at her, and she starts crying. But a kind and gentle teacher comforts her and encourages her to speak her name. Even if she is stammering, she is letting her to finish her sentences. So, and then she praises her effort when she is able to fully say her name. Then this kind of kindness gives Boli confidence and hope. Because till now, she has always been mocked by her family, always been teased by her family, and been always scolded that she is a burden on the family. So the teacher gives her a picture book and promises that with regular schooling, she will become educated and respected and free from this mockery so that she can learn the speech and she can talk properly. She's giving hope that she can fix the stammering and everything. So Boli leaves the first day of school filled with new sense of possibility and self-worth. So let's go to the comprehension. Does Boli enjoy her first day at school? Yes. First, she is frightened. She's frightened at the first. She ends up enjoying her first day because she is attracted to the colorful pictures of her books about a dog, cat, lion, everything is there in her book. So she is really amused and excited to see new things because at home she probably plays with the hand down dolls from her older sisters and brothers. So she has not had new toys, or she has probably not even seen a good book or something like that. So when she sees a new books and everything, she is excited and amused by everything. And she is also comforted by the new gentle teacher, someone who is encouraging her behavior, giving her hope, giving her patience to complete her sentences, trying to talk with her. Probably mother and father, they don't talk to her much, and she is here talking, giving a one-on-one time with her. So all these things are hopeful for her. By the end of the day, she feels very happy and excited about learning, and really feels that she wants to come back to school another day. So that kind of excitement she has. So does she find her teacher different from other people at home? Yes, definitely she feels that these people are nothing like her teacher, because Bholi finds her teacher completely different. How in the sense, like no one pays attention to her at home, or at love or affection, or speaks to her properly with love and dedicates the time and spends some time with her to help her understand or speak with her. All these things nobody else at home is doing. But a teacher, she treats her with attention, respect, affection, and patience. So all these things are the key qualities that is different from her parents. So for the first time, Bholi feels valued and understood by someone other than her family member, and which fills her with confidence and joy. So we'll go to the next part. So in the third part, what happens is, as Boli grows up, a marriage proposal comes to their house. This marriage proposal is from Bishambarnath, an older man who is wealthy and a grocer. Though he limps and has grown-up children, Boli's parents accept because he does not want dowry. And Boli is already lacks in beauty and her speech and everything. So we can assume that till now she has not spoken outside. So this is years after she went to school, probably like 4 or 5 years or 10 years probably. So till now she has not been having proper conversation in the house. So they also didn't have proper conversation in their house to her. So they didn't know that she can talk properly or something that. So they still assume that she is a innocent Boli. So they fixed this marriage with this older man, believing that she can't already make any prospective groom. So this one is much better than the staying at home. So they accept his proposal. But on the day, what happens is, Boli's parents are humiliated. How are they humiliated? At the wedding, Bishambar sees Boli's pockmark's face. Usually she has a veil on top of her head, but when she pulls it back for one time, he sees the face all with her pockmarks and not being beautiful. Immediately Bishambar says that he needs dowry from the father, and that only dowry can make him marry this girl. So Bishambar is humiliated and he tries to bring the amount down because he is asking too much. Say they're trying to bring it down, but he is not doing. Even he removes his turban as the sign of his honor and keeps at his future son-in-law's feet and asks for some kind of forgiveness and some kind of leniency in the amount. But still he is not allowing. Then after much talk, he is allowing for some leniency. But they come to a conclusion that 5,000 rupees must be given. So that is too much for a farmer's family. So he goes to take the amount from the safe. So humiliated and helpless, he is finally has no choice but to pay him. Just as Bishambar is about to put the garland on top of her, Boli boldly refuses the marriage and pushes the garland into the fire. She rejects him for being greedy and a coward, shocking everyone because till now they didn't know that she could talk properly without stammering. And she tells her father not to worry, that she will stay home and take care of them when they are older. And she will work as a teacher in the school of their village. And her school teacher proudly looks at her transformation and watches with satisfaction because Boli has finally asserted her dignity and self-respect in a crowd. So this brings us to the end of the story. Now we will see the comprehension. So why do Boli's parents accept Bishambar's marriage proposal? So Boli's parents accept the marriage proposal because they feel she is lucky enough to get a well-off groom. First, he is a wealthy grocer despite her pockmarks, stammering and lack of beauty. So they fear she may never get another proposal like this. So even though he is old, has a limp and has grown-up children, they accept it because they fear that she will be remaining always at home. So which is considered bad in a village society. And also Bishambar was not asking for dowry. So all they had to do was arrange a marriage and that those preparation money is enough. They don't require to give extra money, which will be expensive for them. So that is also another reason. So they are very much eager to finish off this marriage as soon as possible. So what is the next question? Why does the marriage not take place? So the marriage does not take place because Bishambar demands 5,000 rupees as the dowry amount after seeing her face. So this greed and cruelty makes Bholi refuse the marriage. She throws away the garland into the fire and declares that she will not marry such a greedy man and cowardly man, and bringing the ceremony to an end. So we'll go to the book back section. So Boli has many apprehensions about going to school. What made her feel that she was going to a better place than her? So first one was Boli was first afraid of going to school because she was leaving the only place she knew from childhood, her own home. Even though it is not a nice place, she was scared of going outside because already outside children were teasing her. Even in the house, if her mother is teasing or making her a burden, it was still home. She didn't want to leave that comfort because if she has to go out, she has to meet new people, and new people, they will again try to hurt her. So she is afraid because she didn't know what a school also was. She didn't know what they will do there because just like she associates leaving the house like a old cow, because in their villages, girls only left the house once they are married. They don't go outside for other things. So once they are married, they are taken away and they go to their in-laws' house. So similar way, she is not yet married, but she is leaving just like the old cow her father used to take to the slaughterhouse or something like that. So she is feeling scared that maybe she is being taken away for slaughter or something like that. So when she was bathed and groomed and put on clean clothes and oil is applied on her hair, and this is something maybe her mother never did to her during her normal days. So she felt special for the first time. So somewhat hopeful also she is feeling. She is having a mix of emotions. Next, at school, she saw colorful pictures. Even though the children made her cry, she got a view of her books and colorful pictures and charts and everything makes her happy for a time. And then she meets her teacher who is kinder to her and gives respect and has patience with her stammering and everything. So she feels that school is much more kinder to her than the home. Next one, how did Boli's teacher play an important role in changing her life? So Boli's teacher showed her affection, patience and encouragement, something she had never encountered with her family or received from her mother and father. We don't know about their siblings also. Maybe they also mocked her. So she helped Boli say her name properly, confidently, and gave her hope that she could learn and speak clearly if she comes to school every day. And she will earn respect if she speaks confidently. All these things the teacher is explaining to. And the teacher's kindness gave Boli self-confidence and helped her grow into a brave, educated woman. Next question. Why did Bholi at first agree to an unequal match? Why did she later reject her marriage? What does this tell us about her? So, Bholi initially agreed to the marriage because she wanted to protect her parents' honor. Because even though her parents are scolding her and everything, they have given birth to her and they have taken care of her for these many years. So she feels that she is obligated to obey their wishes. So first, she wants to do the duty as a daughter. So she accepts the marriage proposal. Be it a bald man or an old man or a crippled man, she is obligated. She feels she is obligated to accept this marriage proposal. So, but when Bishambar demanded dowry, and after seeing her face and realizing how her father is being humiliated in front of other people, and she realized his greed and cruelty, she boldly rejects the marriage, showing her courage, self-respect and confidence she gained through education. Because she knows if she rejects this proposal, she may not get another proposal. that doesn't matter because now she is educated. If she is educated, she can work. And if she works, she can earn and take care of her parents. So she will not be just be sitting inside the house, cooking along with her mother till old age. She is able to work and gain money to take care of her parents in the old age. Next one. Gholi's real name is Sulekha. We are told this right at the beginning. Only at the last point she is being called the same name. So why do you think that is? So she is called Sulekha at the end because she transformed from being a frightened and stammering girl as a bully, being a simpleton, into a confident, mature, and self-respecting young woman. So using her real name symbolizes her identity and dignity and empowerment. Because bully means someone who is innocent. So it can mean many people. But Sulekha is the daughter of Ramlal. She is the youngest daughter of Ramlal. So that one is her identity. So education gave her that identity and she is earning her name now. Next one. Boli's story must have moved you. So you are aware of the government introducing schemes for girls. So you are asked to prepare one poster for it. So for this poster, you can first, there are key points you can remember that it has to be visually appealing. And you can first put on some images of girl with books or girl playing in some kind, but with books also. Then the family supporting her. All these images you can add. Then you can have a motivating tagline like it starts with us, support every girl. It starts in the family, like that you can mention. Then you can have a powerful slogan of some kind, like save girls, save the future, educate her, empower her. You can have alliterations like that. Then you have to keep it as in a bold, eye-catching font. Then you can produce any messages regarding how girls can achieve if you give them education. All those messages about their importance of education, gender equality, and stopping female feticide, and all those things you can mention. And you can put it in bullet points or something like that between the visuals, and you can arrange a proper poster like this. So the next one is talk about it. So in this we have the question. Goli helped her overcome social barriers by encouraging and motivating her. How do you think you can contribute towards changing the social attitudes illustrated in the story? So how you can do this is, first you have to change the stereotyping of women, and also you have to stand up against bias or disrespect when you are in the middle of such a confrontation. Like you should not be quiet. Like even if it does not concern you, if somebody is being disrespected in front of you, you should have to speak up. That is important. Because whether you hear people mocking others, or even if it is your own friends or your relatives, they are mocking someone's appearance, speech or disability, you have to speak up. Let it be kind, in a kindly manner, but firm manner. You should not be like, hey, let's stop. No, not to be stop. Please don't do that. You can use the word please. It means polite. So please don't do that. You are mocking someone's feelings and it is hurting them. Can't you see? Please stop. You have to be kind, but also firm in stopping that. If you are just asking them to ignore, you will become an accessory to that also. So that one is important. You have to speak up against it, even if you are not the one involved in that also. Next one is you have to encourage education and confidence in girls around you. Anywhere you see any poverty-stricken people or any persons of low income people, you have to make sure that you have many NCCs and other things. You can go through them and have your clubs, Rotary clubs or any clubs. You can help them get education. Now education is free till 10th. So though if till 5th also. So all those things you can achieve. You can ask them to educate the girl children or any children in that case. So that one you can do, just like the teacher in Boli's class. So next one is promoting equality. Equality starts at home. How is that is in homes you can see that maybe it is going around like in the background and you are not aware of it. Unintentionally it is going around. Like first the men eat and then the woman eats. Even if it is a small girl also. She is led to serve the father while the mother is preparing in the kitchen hot parathas or dosas are made in the kitchen. And the girl is sent to serve when her brothers and siblings are sitting, other gendered siblings, mother, boys, they are sitting and her father is sitting and eating. And she has to sit and eat with her mother. So this one needs to change. This is one of the example of equality. Like both of them are his children, so they must be given equal rights for everything. So equality starts at home. So we have to support equal opportunities for kids also and refuse discriminatory practices like dowry and gender bias. Like a girl cannot study this subject because she is not capable of doing that. If she is interested and she has the capability to study that well, then she can be allowed to do that. It is her equal rights to study her own subject. So those kind of things begin at home. So we can go to the next question. Do you think the characters should girls be aware of their rights? Assert them. Should girls and boys have the same rights and duties and privileges? And we speak of human rights and how do we differentiate between girls and rights and boys' rights. So, yes, girls should be aware of their rights so that they can protect themselves from discrimination, unfair treatment, just like Boli had eventually did. So boys and girls have the same rights. There is no difference. Children, they are children. They have children rights. They have the same opportunities also and privileges. When they are writing exam, we do not mention boy or girl. We just give them roll numbers, register numbers. So that is why we are taking away discrimination on education. Because we are not supposed to know whether a boy is writing or a girl is writing. Same way with uniforms. Because we should not differentiate rich or poor. The same way we should not differentiate between genders while it is education. The same way it is the basic human right and ensures a fair society. Your opportunities and privileges, if they are equal. So society often treats them differently. In freedom also, in dress rules also, and in expectations. Well, the girl is not that much expected to study high and get good marks, but the boy is supposed to. But if a girl does, she is not appreciated also. So those kind of things we have to mention here. Then we can say that human rights do not change because of gender. It is because you are human, you will have human rights. So girl or boy does not come under this equation. The next one, do you think the character in the stories are speaking to each other in English? If not, in which language? So they are likely speaking in Hindi or any other local language because the names such as Boli, Ramlal, Bishambarnath and all these things, Mangal, and all these things sound North Indian, rural India wise. So also because of the Hindi words, such as Izzat and Pitaji. So this refers to the northern part of India. So we can assume that it is based there. And it has been translated back to English for the readers. So next one is that this brings the end of the chapter and story. So to conclude, we can say that Gholi comes with a powerful transformation of a shy, neglected girl into a confident and self-respecting young woman. She refuses to marry a greedy man and chooses a life of dignity, deciding to serve her parents and become a teacher so that she can help more kids like her who are suffering from disadvantages. So her journey shows that love, encouragement, and education can change a person's fate. So the story highlights social issues such as patriarchy, discrimination, and the importance of education in empowering girls. So it also shows the true strength comes from self-respect and the courage to stand against injustice. So they have also provided you some few books for further reading. So the first one is The Brass Gong by Shashi Abdul Qazi Abdul Sattar. So what it is mainly about is it explores the theme of power and authority and fear through the symbol of a gong that controls the villagers' lives. So the story highlights how people blindly obey oppression and oppressive tradition until someone dares to question that and challenge them. Then Old Man at a Bridge by Ernest Hemingway is a story that is set in the Spanish Civil War. This story follows an old man who cannot flee the advancing enemy because he is exhausted and emotionally tied to the animals that are being left behind because of war. Because if a war comes, people just move out of this place and they cannot carry their animals also. So they leave them. So he wants to take care of them also. And it reflects his innocent suffering and for the ordinary people. Because ordinary people, they don't know why war is happening. And two countries are fighting. They do not understand why war is being done. And they are the ones who are suffering in the middle. So it shows them their helplessness and their sacrifices when a conflict happens in a country. Next one, Gandhi Ji the Teacher by Rajkumari Amrit Kaur. This piece presents Gandhi Ji as a simple and practical and inspiring teacher who taught by example rather than words. So it highlights how his humility, discipline, and commitment to truth influenced those around him and made him a guide for both children and adults. So this brings us to the end of our chapter and also the video. So if you have any queries regarding the chapter or previous chapter, please feel free to leave a comment below or contact us at Go Ask Now Academy. So catch you soon on the next video. Thank you for watching.